Hello and welcome to a new episode of Critical Coffee Considerations. It's a special one because it's my birthday as a channel. I've completed 3 years, didn't miss one weekly appointment, let's say, came close sometimes. So starting now my 4th year, that's just really amazing. A lot has happened. The last year I officially started a business. I got to start working with the ILO bullet, so also scaling up as far as the capacity of roasting coffee and things like this. But so for this episode, let's go back to the beginning, doing just some unboxing. A small box this time, but not an important one to become a more clean barista, home barista. It's something I've mentioned in the past as a man. That just says it all. I need some framework to get me to be cleaner sometimes. And on this journey of becoming a barista and roaster, that's definitely helping me, because otherwise it would totally get out of control. So this ring, of course, the idea is to help you get it, let's say, the grounds in your portafilter instead of outside. And in a previous episode, I already gave one to Charles, who had a bigger kind of grounds getting everywhere problem than I had. So I was still able to keep it going. And of course, I was actually using a smaller one from my flare, the kind of funnel that we got with that. But that was not that suited for this. You see, this is just really the 58mm portafilter, and this just clicks on perfectly. All right, so let's, of course, always when you want to measure how much coffee you're actually putting in your espresso shot, you gotta just, you could get a scale under here, but I'm not doing that now. Just eyeballing it a little bit, get it nice filled up. Okay, then we go for a measurement. So this is 13.1 grams. In the whole kind of, what should you really do? Just give it a shake. I mean, the whole thing about critical coffee considerations was also really being critical about all the videos that are out there on tools you should have to buy. There's this whole kind of shakers or stirrers, and I had my little tapas fork, which fortunately my wife has displaced. And then I got this small free thing I found, where they have this thing called oil bowls. And I just, this is usually you get these fried sweets and eat them like this, but this is all you need. Just one pointed thing, just to get it a little bit settled, and then you can already actually with this kind of funnel or ring on top, you can already tamp it down. Let's see. So that's just really how it goes. Of course, the weight stays the same. One thing that I didn't mention was actually this thing. It's magnetic. It means if you put it upside down, then okay. I thought that giving it a proper tamp that would have been fine. I guess let's just add a little bit of extra coffee. That's a little bit of pity though, but in theory I could still get this inside, but let's not make it all too complicated. So yes, usually actually, you want to actually fill it up, do your little shake, then get it here, and then give it a good tamp. Okay, let's see. This is ready to go, and here we go. So we have a lot of things coming up for next year. Okay, let's measure this at least. See if we get a nice 25-second shot. Although, you don't really need to be too concerned about all those numbers. So next week I'm actually planning at least to have a nice video on having my coffee available in a chocolate shop. That's just absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to, you see, it could go with a little bit finer grinds. So 35.8 grams for the coffee. It does have a nice crema. This is a Colombian coffee that I specifically purchased at a good price point, because this is a collaboration with the chocolate shop, and I'm really producing this at minimum wage in Belgium, to be fair. So I would make something like 15 euros a kilogram, working a full hour in producing everything. So this is also important in the value chain. This is not something other roasters can do, and I'm not saying that they should. It's just because this is still very much just an extreme hobby, one could say, although it's an official business now. But I do have my main occupation at the Mays Botanic Garden, where I'm still working on biodiversity research, and also now actually also starting to look into EUDR, so around forest risk commodities like coffee and cacao, and doing scientific analysis to know where they're actually coming from. So you'll hear more about this also during the next year. So this one is coming from Colombia, from actually a female producer, which is also an important gender topic within coffee. And she really takes care of her coffee plants, producing excellent specialty quality. This had something of a cupping score of 86, around there, if I remember correctly. So thanks for your work. Thanks also for following. I mean, this has it all. It has a nice acidity. It still has a chocolatey touch. I mean, I actually made this roast to enjoy with filter, because I now also have a whole kind of shop where, you know, you're able to buy V60 filters. I have Aeropress filters. It's just having a little bit of those basics to help you out, and also at the same price point that you would find them in other shops. Thanks for following me on this journey. So there's already 3 years, full years of content out there. If you want to see me starting out with my flair and thinking, why did I follow all those other YouTube videos and end up buying all those coffee stuff? Now 3 years later, here I am trying to sell some of these things myself, but only the things that I really believe in. So I'll continue my journey now as kind of a coffee enthusiast slash businessman, I guess, in some sense, but also trying to get fair coffee for everyone involved in this whole value chain. So thanks for following, and hope to see you on one of the next episodes.